Hi guys, and welcome back to Chimeraland. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to head over to Centralmount and have a bit of a tour around. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'm just going to open up my map, head for the Noble Village, which is the main village there, and we will head over. Here we are. Now, if you haven't been here before, if you do go into the teleport button, you can select PvP if your level is high enough. If not, you can actually just swim across. So the village, I will show you where it's located on the map in a minute, but it's the same as any other village. You have your auction house, you have your ranger, you have the bounty statue, the chieftain, pretty much everything exactly the same as any other village. So we've just clicked the scenic lookout, and here is the surrounds of the village. One thing to note, it does get very, very hot there, and once it hits 60 degrees, you usually get, I actually have my resistance up a bit higher. Last time I was here, I actually had poison gas, I guess poisoning, and I couldn't sprint, but that's not the case anymore. So I think the higher your resistance is, the better off you are. Anyhow, what I'm doing is I'm just looking at these scattered branches, see how they have sort of red burnt stripes through them. Anything in the burnt area that has that effect on it has an opportunity to give you, see there's a rock there, has an opportunity to give you a flame crystal. So mine around, pick things up and see what you can find. Here's a mushroom here, we'll just see what that has. Now there are two sections of the Centralmount. There's the snowy section you can see in front of me, or the frozen section, and behind me there is the burnt section, which there is a volcano and everything else there. As you can see, all the animals have the eye above them, so every animal on Centralmount is aggressive. Just up there is the village behind me, and we have, as I said, the snowy area there, and just up here to the left is what I can only assume some sort of temple or some lair for a very high level boss. So we'll go up and have a look at him. There are 3 of these on Centralmount, and this is, I suppose, the Monkey King. We'll have a look at him and see what he is. One thing that you'll find if you come over here is that the burnt section actually has 2 of the highest resources. It actually has spa all over the place, which is where you get your heavenly grass, or honor grass, I think. They changed the name. And it has this, which is what, Lingsy. Sorry about my pronunciation, I have no idea how to say that. I don't actually have that unlocked, so I won't get any resources from it, but my gathering skill is high enough that sometimes I will actually get cuttings from it, or saplings, so I give it a crack anyway. So anyhow, we'll just head up here, we'll find a door and we'll go in and take a look. Now here you can see the trees have the sort of the burn effect on them. You can try cutting those down, and you may also get a flame crystal from them. Alright, you can see sort of just the very bottom section of him here, so we'll go in and take a look. Okay, and here we have it. It's the Ape of Chaos. He's level 100. He is in, as I said, a temple, a lair, whatever you want to call this. There are holes throughout there, and you can climb up into those, so I assume if you have the ability to beat him, it would have to be a relatively large group of people, and you could probably stand up there and shoot down at him. Anyhow, let's keep having a look around. Okay, you could see a central pillar there, but we're going to head over and head off into the snow. There is a gold mine. The gold mines actually have all the golds. Oh, and there's a piece of spar there too. So as I said, that's all over the place as well. So we'll grab that. Yeah, and there's our honor grass. And there's an elephant. I don't know how they managed to pop out of that tiny piece of grass, but anyhow. Yeah, that's how awesome my render is. That's what it looks like, and that's what it's supposed to look like. So the gold mines actually do have all 3 golds. I think it's Lux Gold, Red Gold, and just Gold. And if you do, they are guarded, but all the gold mines are. Nothing particularly special about them. If you manage to mine your way in, you're pretty much protected from the guards on the outside, and you can just mine the inside of it out. Okay, we'll keep travelling towards the snow. Now there is a lake here. If you are a fisherman or you want to get the collections completed, there are fish that are specific only to Centralmount, and this would be where you fish for them. You can also, I guess, fish off into the sea. I'm not sure if you get different fish from the sea if you do to this lake, but there is a lake in the middle that you can fish at. Now if you look along this wall, it is actually very high. You can fly over it, but there are gaps in it. So the easiest thing I found is just look for one of the gaps, head for that, and just, I'm swimming across the lake here, but just go through the gaps and you will be in the snow. I've been over here several times and I've wandered around for, 30 minutes, hour, and I generally don't ever see anybody else over here, so don't be scared to come across and have a look around. Now the frozen section is just that. It looks exactly like the snow on the others, and it has the mountains surround it. And here the snow actually has 2 of the other resources. So the snow has dragon bone, which is where you get your royal spurge from, and in a second we'll find one of the other resources that it has. But you'll also find those all over the snow or the frozen area of Centralmount. Okay, here's a frozen log. We'll give it a cut down, see if we can't get a ice crystal. And we didn't. So the resources aren't any different, other than getting the ice crystals as well. It's pretty much the same as the rest of the map. The animals aren't sort of super high level. They're probably similar to what you get on the other islands. As I said, other than it being a PvP area where other players can kill you, you don't particularly lose anything. You just sort of have the durability on your gear go down the same as you would any other battle. You see there was a sword in the ground there, so you just have still the scattered equipment around. And here is the other plant. What's that called? A plantique? I'm not sure how to say that either. So you do have that's all over the snow or the frozen area too. So that's where we are now. As you can see, it is separated. The burnt is separated from the frozen by a very large rock wall that runs along the whole length of the island. And if we just have a quick look around, okay, we can see there's another sort of temple with another boss up here. There is 3 on the map. Here's the one we were just at, and off to the east of that is the noble village, just above that 3-starred monster. And over to the west, I can never find it. Oh, there it is, and there's the last one there. So there is, as I said, 3 of those on the island with the high-level bosses in them. The map is pretty much covered in there is central pillars all over it, so once you unlock those you can go to any sort of section you like, and there is plenty to unlock and have a look around. And there's your volcano in the center. Anyhow, it's getting a bit cold, so I think we're going to go. One thing to note, it takes you 30 seconds to teleport off Centralmount. So just bear that in mind. If you've got other players around you, you might want to get away. Anyhow guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.